content to be an also-ran behind the champion of lying pomposity, smugness, and groupthink, which is Tucker Carlson. I'm Mel McGinnis, have another Sophie Scholl edition. Here we see our border being bull rushed. I'm sure you've seen the video. The fence is up. The National Guard is there, protecting it, only to be stampeded by these illegal border crossers. And the National Guard can do nothing about it. To me, our president just humiliated them. They couldn't do anything about it. They were just there as figureheads, without even able to do their job of protecting our border. You don't have to have a uniform to invade. What we just saw there was another example of the invasion that's coming across the border. Think about what China's doing. They've infiltrated higher education. They've poured in money to influence what goes on at major universities. Think about the land they've purchased. Set it up next to military installations. You don't think that was done on purpose? And now what we see at the San Diego entry point is more Chinese streaming across the border ahead of Mexicans. And it just so happens these guys are military-aged males. That's what's going on. Not paying attention. Or could it be that there's something intentional about it? Couldn't it be that as these people accumulate in urban areas, it has a way of manipulating the vote? Meaning, with the census, pack them in to the city, they get an extra congressional district. Because that's what's going on now. Just count them up. Doesn't matter if they're citizens or not. That's one way we can sway an election. Get more electoral votes by way of illegal border crossers in order to not only get the presidency, but the Congress as well. Are we really paying attention? Because what's going on, and I'm sorry to feel this way, but I just don't trust what the Democrat Party is doing. In other words, I feel like they put power ahead of integrity. Now, am I going to say the Republican Party is pure through and through? No, but what I see going on at the border and the puppet Joe Biden being played by his puppet masters, to me, there's something more going on than just illegal border crossings. Sun Tzu is that military strategist we ought to be very well familiar with. I said it in my article to the Post-Journal not too long ago, where I quoted him saying, "The supreme act of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting." That's what's happening with all these illegal border crossers entering our country, not immigrating, but invading. When are we going to wake up to the fact? Thankfully, Texas has. They're calling it an invasion, and rightfully so. And the feds do nothing really to assist them, as they've been swamped at the border by those illegally crossing it. Texas is taking a matter into their own hands for their own safety. The Constitution ought to be followed, but the federal government is not doing that. I've spoken up. And boy, did I get a reaction in the paper. Whew. Guy called me a Christo-fascist without really explaining the term. He also thought I conflated heaven with America, when I simply said that heaven has a border policy in which nobody gets in illegally. There is no catch and release in heaven. Only repent and believe will do. And he, that is another critic of mine, said that I was conflating heaven with America. The two are very different entities. But we're going to get this kind of reaction from people who just want to let things go as they are right now, all basically for the sake of power and what I would call phony compassion. Well, I would say more, but I think I'll stop there. And unlike Tony Kornheiser, pardon the interruption, I can't promise you that I'll try to do better the next time. And unlike Tony, I will wave the flag of sackcloth for humility.